Hello, hello gentlemen, and today we are going to talk about neural networks. As you can see right now, my eyes are looking a bit odd, and that's because of NVIDIA neural network called NVIDIA Broadcast, which ensures me having an eye contact with camera while reading the script from my phone. Unfortunately, it only works in 1080p 30fps despite my camera being able to record up to 2K resolution, but the potential is pretty incredible for this neural network. What it means that technology makes easier video production, for example for YouTube, and at the same time it means that streamers can easier read some information like scripts, ads, and text without losing eye contact with the audience. This technology is available for NVIDIA RTX card users, since this technology uses neural network cores, the same as it uses for DLSS technology in games. Of course, another thing from NVIDIA Broadcast is background blur, familiar from the COVID times in Microsoft Teams or Zoom, but here the divide from the background is much better. And do not forget that I'm filming myself right now on a cheap webcam and not on high-end DSLR or some mirrorless camera. But that's not everything for the neural networks and NVIDIA Broadcast as well. And as you can see right now, I have opened my NVIDIA Broadcast application in the camera settings. Here you can see the same 1080p 30fps and the effects called background blur and eye contact, which I am using right now. Of course, it has another options, like for example in the microphone settings, it allows you to remove noise and room echo as well. Of course, the same settings are available for speakers, the noise removal and room echo removal, but it works a little bit odd as well. For me personally, I am using the noise removal and room echo removal for my microphone when I'm recording myself on my Black Shark V2 Pro headset. And there are not just a couple of such services, but several hundreds of them, and about some of them we'll talk right now. For example, the latest presentation of Google showed us Google Bard and Google Assistant integration on Google I/O 2023. So right now we have integration of Google Assistant and Bard in such applications as, for example, Gmail, Google Docs, and Google Maps. It allows you to summarize different type of information right now in order for you to understand what was written without reading all of the text. Of course, one of the greatest announcements which was made in the last half year was the Microsoft investment of $10 billion in OpenAI, the firm which has created ChatGPT for us, and right now we have Bing integration with ChatGPT. So for that purpose you will need to download an Edge browser, and so right now you can simply use this feature as ChatGPT in your Edge browser. But do you need it? I suppose that yes, because right now the information which you can get from Bing browser using ChatGPT is much more representative. While Google shows you the list of the same cafes in London based on the rating from one website, Bing brings information from several. So for example, if you choose to ask Google for the best cafes in London, it will show you the list versus more information from the list at the same AI. But only, unfortunately, it's available in the Edge browser, the browser which was previously used only to download Google Chrome. But Bing is not only a website which uses ChatGPT. For example, Perplexity, it is not based on Bing, but is based on Google plus ChatGPT. It compiles answers faster, and of course it has Chrome extension. And another recent announcement was the OpenAI 4.0 or ChatGPT 4.0. Right now it allows you to search for image context, and right now it can also solve CAPTCHA. So the only thing which divided us from the Skynet was now solved. So ChatGPT was also famous for remembering your answers, and because of that you can create a dialogue with it. So before it remembers only 3,000 words, and in ChatGPT 4.0 it can now remember up to 25,000 of them. Right now ChatGPT can also understand humor. You can tell it, for example, to answer you as the same, let's say, Geralt of Rivia, and it will do it. Of course, during a couple of months, a huge network of services was created around ChatGPT, which helps you to show ChatGPT potential even better. Of course, the role of ChatGPT cannot be overestimated, and right now you can tell it to include in the answer something specific, like for example, you can ask them to write an essay like a college professor, and for that purpose you can use prompt vibes, which gives you the list of prompts in order to get the result which you really want. You know, like the stickers of non-GMO, ecological or organic. And right now, I suppose in the nearest future, there will be stickers like only human work. So AIs are still machines and it doesn't understand without correct prompts. So in the nearest future, I also suppose that there will be created a new profession like prompt specialist. Of course, the development of AIs brings you to less original content. So right now, every student can write an essay or graduation paper using AI. So right now are being developed services that identify the work of AI. For example, we check for AI, the resource which finds out whether the text was generated using neural network, or similar service from OpenAI, the guy who has created ChatGPT, and these types of services are being developed even more since the market wants such type of services to be created. And besides AI ID services are being developed services which mask AI works to fool AI ID checkers. So some time ago there was a lot of TikToks who offered to create text using AI and to publish it on YouTube with a video also created by AI. And you know, that doesn't work right now because YouTube has mastered to recognize AI videos and it doesn't allow such videos to prosper. Another announcement which was made recently is Midjourney 5.0 or the 5th version. Right now you can choose any aspect ratio, it also works better with hands, it works better with text and even better with shadows. And now you can see the comparison of the version 3rd, 4th and 5th with the same prompt. As you can see right now, the development is pretty incredible. Of course, right now problem with author content is a pretty big problem since Midjourney is a compilation of thousands of already created works, images of thousands of authors. So right now there is a problem with understanding whether this image is something original or not. So the problem with the author rights are very, very big. And of course, in order to get a decent image, you need to understand prompts and it requires a pretty decent skill. The prompts are the language of neural networks and services like Midjourney Prompt Tool allows you to create prompt for specific image you want. And it's pretty important thing because if you will not write correct prompt, in that case you will get pretty shitty image. But let's say you are a business owner and you want to get an logo for your business. So in that case you have several AI services which will do that for you. For example, designs.ai, brandmark.io or luca.ai. In my personal opinion, luca.ai is much better because it allows editing for the logos, but still it doesn't create perfect logo for you. And it works right now more than a reference, so you can create something you like, you get all of it, and you go to a specific professional, so this professional, the logo creator, will understand what type of logo do you want. Of course, 18 plus businesses has not left behind, and of course there is 18 plus Midjourney, because Midjourney, original Midjourney is pretty sterile, it doesn't allow you to make images using some of the politics, and of course it doesn't allow you to create some erotic content, so there is also an AI website which allows you to create 18 plus images for free. So there is no need right now to spend countless hours in Photoshop creating the image you'd like, some specific image you'd like, so right now it can be created using AI. And of course AI got smarter. And right now you can edit, colorize and make pictures go live using some of the AIs. For example, MyHeritage makes images go live and of course it colorizes it as well. And of course there is also another service called Colorize which improves quality of images, removes scratches and colorizes the images as well. But let's say you want to create a new apartment, like new design of apartment. Before that it was really hard to find a decent specialist in order to create some pretty decent pictures of room. So right now the service roomgpt.io, it's not perfect but it's really close. It allows you to create the image of the room, of specific fixes in your room which you'd like. And let's not forget about translators. Right now most people are using Google Translate, but I would highly recommend you DeepL Translator because it works better with context and it's much better than Google. It's free to use, so of course there is a paid subscription, but there is no need to buy paid subscription in order to work with these services on a basic level. And of course, let's not forget that there are lots of services which help you to work with video. For example, Video Translator, where you upload video and it translates it to any language while having background music and also allowing it to correct text in the video. And so here you can change the voice and type a voiceover as well. And this service is pretty decent, and it uses pretty decent translator, so I wouldn't be surprised if it also will use such translator as, for example, DeepL translator. And continuing with the videos, there is also such service as Descript, where you upload your video, like for example podcast, AI recognizes your voice, and then your video is being descripted for text, and then you can correct this text, add or remove anything, and neural network will voice over this text using your voice. Another pretty decent service is Flow Frames, which adds frames, completely free by the way, and let's say you recorded your video in 15 FPS. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And the service will add FPS for you, as you can see right now. It works like magic. I do not understand how it works completely, but the thing it can do is pretty incredible. Another problem with the video is stabilization, and there are also services which will stabilize your video, and you can try it completely for free, but in that case you will have watermark. But of course there are services which will remove watermarks, but we will not do that. So right now we're living in the age when neural networks are all around us. Just have a look at the latest presentation by Google, where the huge amount of time was dedicated towards AI and neural network features in their new smartphones, like in camera to remove artifacts from the footage or remove objects from the photos, and so on. So I'd say we all need to follow along with this new AI movement, because it will make our existence much easier and much better. And by the way, all of the links which I have mentioned in this video to the services will be in the description down below, so I will highly recommend you to go and to try some of them, because lots of them are completely free. And for today, that's the story.